Welcome to Sorry for the Delay, episode 45. I'm your editor, Mia. This week, the boys are taking Pickel Backs. Then they talk about a very interesting Olympic game and whether the Olympics are worth watching. Joshua then sends Sean onto the trivia floor, where he may or may not struggle hard to find the correct answers. Now, a strong warning in advance, the boys get into heavy spoilers for the latest Deadpool movie. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to episode 45 of Sorry for the Delay. We are your hosts. My name is Sean. Joshua, it is this way, pointing the right direction this time. This is Joshua. As I always say, buddy, how you doing today?
Well, it's a trip. Every time we come on here and we start this off, it's like, well, what happened in the day, right? So I had today off. I didn't even work today. So something kind of crazy and tragic happened today. Not so much in my life, but it's something in nature, right? Uh-oh. Something happened in nature today I witnessed, and it was kind of sad.
Oh, no.
So I was in my backyard, right? As one does, you're watering the plants. The plants are thirsty. So my little dog's out there hanging out with me. Yeah. And see this little thing right here? You see that? Do you see on screen what I'm looking at right now?
Yeah, this is what looks to be Chewbacca for the people listening on Spotify. It's a small dog in the shape of Chewbacca.
So this is my little dog right here. My little dog's name is Max. So Max, that furry, fun little creature, just a lovely little dog. Mm-hmm. I'm watering my lemon tree that I've had for over freaking 20, 30 years now. Mm-hmm. And my little dog just super interested in something going on. There's like something in the fence or whatever. So I walk over there. I shake this little, we have this little area rug that's kind of like hanging over a fence. We washed it. Mm-hmm. And so out flies this little baby bird. And my little dog, Max, decides to go after this bird like it's one of the socks that it pulls out of my hamper every other freaking night. So it grabs this little baby bird, and I'm yelling, screaming, "No, Max, no!" And what does it do? It grabs that little bird by the neck, and it just chomps on it.
Oh, my God.
That little baby bird did not make it. And to be honest with you, my little dog almost ate it because it was running off with it. It almost ran inside the house. It was running around the yard with it in its mouth and it was like chewing on it.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so today's I witnessed a little sad little baby bird died.
Damn.
By the hands of my cute little puppy today. So that's so if you're asking how I'm doing, I witnessed death today. I'm trying to be happy about it. I don't know. So yeah, that's how my day is going. That's how it started in a way. But yeah, and then I'm great.
All right,
I'm doing great.
Well then, on that somber note,
being a bird, sorry. I don't know.
Let's talk about what's in our cup today, Joshua. I'll go first. Starting the trend here again. I've decided to do the opposite, Joshua, of what you do. I feel like you handle the alcohol very well when it comes to these recipes and drinks. So I think for the end of the year, I think I'm going to try to make mocktails for everybody, because it doesn't always have to be alcoholic. We're all inclusive here. So I feel like having two sides of this is probably going to be helpful going on. So for this week, Joshua, I created a little mocktail of my own. So what I have in my cup today, I have the tried and true staple of pog juice, which we've learned is pineapple, passion fruit, orange juice, or guava. No, sorry. Pineapple, orange juice, guava juice. There you go. Passion fruit. Fuck. One of these things. Go back in the episode. It's in there. I can't fucking remember right now. A little bit of pog juice. So there's about 4 ounces of pog juice. And then to top this off, there is 3 dashes of bitters, Angostura bitters, and then there is about 2 ounces of Mexican delicacy, even though it's not, of squirt. I have a little bit of squirt in there. Well, that sounded really awkward.
Yeah, who doesn't like a little bit of squirt?
Who doesn't like a little bit of squirt now and then, right? So I don't know. I call it tropical fun because it's tropical and it reminds me of like a paloma because of the squirt flavor, but it's nice. It's nice. Oh, and a little bit of lime juice. There's about like 2 tablespoons of lime juice in there just to break up the sweetness. Kind of sweet, but other than that, it's nice. What do you got, buddy?
All right. I decided to go a completely different direction. I'm going out of the box. I discovered on last week's episode, I don't mind drinking straight from the bottle.
Oh shit!
Or having a little bit of straight liquor to the dome. So today I'm going to kick this episode off with a pickleback.
A pickleback? Are you doing a shot? Is that
Do you
what
know
you're?
what a pickleback is, Sean? Do you know, who knows what a pickleback is and who has tried? I want to see a raise of hands in the comments. Who has tried a pickleback?
I can't say that I honestly have, Joshua, but I have seen people do them in bars, especially like real dive bars. They'll have like their own like pickleback, like their own custom pickleback. So I'm excited for this. I can't wait.
All right. And in honor of my pickleback, I'm gonna have a little friend join me here.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna have my little buddy here.
Oh,
my little pickleback friend. He's gonna join me along the way here because Sean's not drinking, so I gotta have someone join me along the way here. So I got a little creative because nobody wants to sit and wait for Sean because he was like 12 hours late to today's recording.
Some of us didn't have custom days off. All right.
I had to improvise. So what I did is I got this little Pyrex thing here, and I put my little, my little
Sorry for the delayed
mixes
cups in there.
right in here. Yeah. So
look for it soon in the merch store.
What we have here is a little bit of 1 ounce of Jameson Irish whiskey.
Okay.
And this guy right here. And then I have some of your freshly squeezed, mashed, however you make pickle juice. It's organic. I don't know. So we're going to try this. I had one of these many years ago. Mm-hmm. It was suggested by one of our longtime friends. Mm-hmm. She was like, have you ever had a pickleback? I said, no. So I tried it. It was really good then. Right. I'm interested to know if it's still good. So bottom up, everybody. Here is your pickleback.
Cheers. Joshua is taking the shot straight to the dome. And now he's following it up with the pickle juice.
Well, everybody, don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is try it for yourself if you're interested in good old pickleback. I'll put this guy away. Yeah. So it actually wasn't that bad. I'll be honest. It wasn't that bad. It was super chilled. Had it in ice, super chilled. But what's in my regular cup, I did a little bit of 2 more shots of whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? So just keep with the Jameson thing. 2 more shots of Jameson. I actually added a lime jarritos. I'm working on the pronunciation.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Lime. Yeah, nice little 8 ounces or whatever's in a glass of that. And then I splashed a little extra lime juice in it to give it a kick. So, yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Very nice, Joshua. Very nice. I'm assuming that tastes delicious.
Oh yeah, it's amazing actually. I would splash a little bit of extra lime juice in there that gives it that extra acidity, but it was it doesn't have a name. It just whips them up real quick, but it's pretty good. I like it.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about what we got going on in the week here. Any special holidays coming up? Any things in history that we got, Joshua? What have you pondered upon during these 12 hours that I was running late?
I know, right? It's like a whole nother day. So I didn't come up with any of this days in histories because I think there's a lot going on other than what already happened. There's stuff happening today. So I figured maybe we just, skip the holidays and maybe jump right into the newsroom, Sean.
Sure.
There's a lot going on. So let's get right into the newsroom.
Let's go. I'm all for the newsroom.
All right. Here we go. We got some headlines for you today.
Okay.
Sean, with those eyes of yours, are you able to read?
Yes.
What's in today's headlines?
I can read with my good eyes.
All right,
let's start. Let's see. We got Olympics. Okay. First one. Awesome. Olympics trivia. That's the second one. That I'm going to fuck up that one hard. The next one is people who leak spoilers. People who leak / spoil movies. All right. Okay. The next one is Deadpool, the movie. Okay. And the last one is superhero fatigue. All right. All good topics except for the trivia.
All right. Olympics is going on. People care about it. They don't care about it. On my way home yesterday, I wasn't being a creep or a lurker, but everybody who had their windows open, everybody was watching the Olympics. So, Sean, are you somebody who watches the Olympics? Does it at all interest you? Do you care about it? Do you think it's worth people's time to wait 4 years for a piece of metal?
Interesting. I am watching the Olympics, but not religiously like a lot of people are. I'm watching it. I'm mainly just watching the basketball portion of the Olympics, men's basketball, to be honest. That's all I'm really watching. Everything else I've kind of just like seen, just like a peripheral vision on seeing those stuff. Like I saw a rugby game the other day. That was pretty cool. I saw the women's basketball team play Japan. That was interesting. But no, I'm not like super hardcore on the Olympics. I think it's pretty cool that, or it's pretty cool that the Olympics gives something for athletes to kind of like strive for, other than whatever it is their top thing is in that sport, right? So I think it's pretty cool that collectively, as the world comes together and does this event with a bunch of different Olympic sports, that's pretty fucking chill. But I don't know, man. 4 years or sometimes 2 years, it's hard to justify that. It's hard to work your entire life for that 2 years, for that one opportunity, to wait that 2 years, and wait the 4 years for that one opportunity to go play. So I don't know. I have much respect for those people, but if I was doing it, I don't think I could do it. I could not be an Olympic athlete, Joshua. Yeah, just not happening. Sorry.
Do you have any like sport? I mean, other like basketball, that's your favorite one? Because I watch a bunch of them. So you're watching nothing other than basketball? Nothing
other than basketball. I did see a surf one that was pretty cool. Like surfing was awesome, and I saw the skateboard one, which was pretty fucking cool. So I saw those ones, but yeah, I'm not like, I don't have a schedule up on my screen right now that shows me like who's playing and stuff like that, so I'm not real dedicated.
Mm-hmm. What I found pretty cool is I have Peacock. I subscribe to Peacock or whatever. Yeah. And so on Peacock, it lets you like, there's that little bar along the top that lets you dive into every single whatever's live, whatever's going on. So I have a bunch of favorites. I got I like to watch the BMX, the surfing, the skateboarding, archery. I'm into archery, believe it or not. It's kind of random. People may not take me for an archery. I've never shot a bow, but I think it's a pretty fascinating skill if you can get into it. Fencing. I don't know if did you watch any of the fencing?
Didn't watch any of the fencing. I did see an article that like a guy won a competition because he was like bunny hopping or some shit in one of these fencing games.
Oh yeah, that did. I think that went viral. That was pretty wild. Like I was he was like literally he was bunny hopping everybody. If you haven't seen the video, like he was bouncing like a bunny to get the W.
Which is kind of like, whoa, okay. Didn't know that was legal.
I also dove into I watched a little bit of beach volleyball, which again super random, but I think the athleticism in beach volleyball is pretty sick.
I think we all know why you watched the beach volleyball.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna go there. I knew it.
Well, you can't bring up a topic like that and not allow me to shoot an easy basket. Just saying.
Right. No pun intended for the basketball player over here. Jesus. But there was one that it was a trip because I don't know why I was up at like 2:30 in the morning. I was just like my girlfriend was passed out. I couldn't sleep. I mean, it may have something to do with the espresso machine that we just bought. I'm all quadded out on espresso and just all jacked. So I couldn't sleep. But I came across one of the Olympic sports or categories or whatever, and equestrian. Have you ever watched the equestrian?
No.
With the horses?
Oh no! Wait, is that where they jump over the little bars and shit?
Yeah, they jump. Oh. There's a series of events like I think the hurdle. I don't know if it's called hurdles, but where they jump over the obstacles. So I think that's probably the most watched one.
Really?
But the one I came across at 2:30 in the morning is the corral, the ring or whatever. I don't know the correct terminology.
The horse
was wide open.
Ring. Yeah, where they get into.
Yeah, and what they were doing is they were taking these horses and they were dancing them across the open, like the field or wide open ring, and for every move, just the horse was like literally dancing, moving side to side, spinning, coming, like running and stopping. And I've watched horses before and I think they're beautiful animals, but man, I had a greater appreciation. Maybe it was just the 2:30 in the morning Joshua watching this shit, half asleep. But like if you're into horses, try watching that, because the skill it takes to kind of be one with the animal, it was a trip. But yeah, you come across some weird shit at 2:30 in the morning. But equestrian, I don't know, random tangent there. But yeah, traditionally I like all the other sports.
Okay. Well, shit.
That, yeah.
So moral of the story, everybody. If you want to watch the Olympics, watch the Olympics. I mean, what else are you going to watch? There's no football going on. Baseball's not happening right now. There's no basketball. Like, just fuck. It's the perfect time to watch something with sports in it.
All right, are you ready, Sean?
Oh,
Is the audience ready? This is where we're going to dive into a little bit of Olympics trivia, and we're going to test Sean. I know this isn't live, but we're going to test some of you, the listeners, and maybe you know some of these answers. So you're going to have to jump over to YouTube because there's some visuals going on here. But we're going to jump over to the trivia room here. We're going to get right into it.
Trivia room. Nice.
Yeah. And there's actually, we take score around here. We want to know how much of Sean's big brain is being used, how much of his little brain is just, it still exists. He stopped drinking.
This is all going to be little brain, I can guarantee it.
It's going to all be little brain. All right, this is about the Olympics. This is important.
Oh.
People wait 4 years to get this gold medal. Most of them spend their whole life doing this shit. So Sean,
yes,
do you need me to read these? Because I know you work on a micro screen, and I can read these if you need me to.
Okay. I think I can read it. It says, which city helped
Sorry.
the
That's
first...
that's a typo. That's a typo. That is okay. Let me read the first one because there's a typo there. Okay, which city held the first Olympic? Oh shit, I fucked that up too. Which city held the first televised Olympic Games?
I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, it should be held. The options are Athens, Paris, and Berlin.
The first televised Olympic game? I'm going to fucking say, oh, God, I want to say Berlin. But Athens feels right. I'm going to go with Berlin.
Berlin. Yeah. Well, Sean, you are big brain.
Oh,
correct.
Shit. Look at that.
Great job, Sean.
Someone give me a drink.
Was the first one, believe it or not.
Yeah, all right. I don't know how I know that, but...
All right, moving on to the next one. Good job, Sean. And to the listeners.
Thanks.
For your next Olympics trivia, I'll read it. Which, because there might be some spelling errors here, so I better read this shit.
Okay.
Which gymnast has won the most gymnastic championship medals? 25 total and 19 gold as of 2023. Your options are Nellie Kim, Mary Lou Retton, or Simone Biles.
Well, the only one I know
Hopefully
is Simone.
That.
But I don't know if she's won 25 total medals. I don't know if she's won that many. She's still pretty young. But I don't know either of the other ones. So I'm just going to go with who I know. So Simone.
Final answer?
Final answer, yeah.
Final answer in the audience? Well, Sean, and the audience. Sean, his big brain is on point when it comes to the Olympics. He didn't believe it.
I didn't believe it. But that's pretty fucking cool because she's not old. She's pretty young and she's fucking nailing that shit, man. I have seen performances of her and it's fucking amazing the shit she's doing, dude. Like, yeah, hats off.
There's actually a Netflix series on there. I think it follows her over the last 4 years or some odd years leading up to this Olympic. So it's I haven't watched it yet, but I'm probably going to because I'm curious. But yeah, solid run for that athlete for sure.
Nice.
Next one, Sean. Which of these is not a track and field event at the Olympic Games? Triple vault, hurdles, or whatever the steeplechase.
So which one of these is not?
Is not.
Okay, I think it's
Triple vault? Hurdles?
I think it's steeplechase. Because I know hurdles is definitely a track and field one. I just can't remember triple vault. I'm gonna say I don't know, steeplechase. I'm gonna say steeplechase. It sounds stupid.
Well, Sean, it's hard to say, but your little brain.
The little brains one. It was triple vault, wasn't it?
It was triple vault. That was the right answer.
Bitch. So what is triple vault, Joshua? Did you look into it?
No idea.
Oh.
No, I didn't look into the fucking triple vault. It's not an Olympic sport. Probably doesn't even exist.
You just made it up?
Some some random game made up.
Oh, well, shit, I want to know what steeplechase is, because that sounds like a horse thing.
For your next question, and for the audience, those of you listening, which MMA fighter was the first American woman to win an Olympic medal in judo? Your options are Holly Holm, Sarah McMahon, Layla Ali, or Ronda Rousey.
I'm going to go Ronda Rousey. Final answer, I guess.
Doing it? Final answer? Ronda Rousey? Rousey. Jesus Christ.
Oh, big brain.
Great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Great job.
I'm honestly doing fairly well for what I thought I would not be doing. I'm proud of myself.
You do pretty good, dude, to be honest. All right, for your next question. Next trivia question. Here we go. Which Olympic Games officially started when... Oh, fuck, this wasn't supposed to be the one. It was... This wasn't supposed to be the one. Well, we're going to do it anyways. Okay. Which Olympic Games officially started when archer Antonio Rebello lit the torch with a shot arrow? Was it Tokyo, 1964, Barcelona, 1992, Atlanta, 1996, or Beijing, 2008?
I want to say Beijing. Final answer.
Beijing?
Yes, Beijing. Final answer. Little brain? Is that a little brain one?
Which one is working? No, Sean. You are wrong. It is actually Barcelona in 1992.
Dang it. Barcelona, huh?
Yeah. Did you see that arrow shot, Sean?
No,
did you see it?
I did not.
You didn't see it?
I was taking a shot in the dark, if you catch my drift.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Joshua's done. He's broken. He's broken everything.
Everything has officially been broken. Because you know what? That was supposed to be the last one. But because I took the freaking time to actually do this, I'm going to show you what that shot looked like.
Oh, my God. Actual video footage of the shot of the arrow being shot, I guess you would describe it. He shoots it straight up into the air.
Boom.
And it lands in a little cup. That's amazing. That is incredible.
Pretty sick, right?
For those of you who are listening, go ahead and check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/@sorryforthedelay podcast. You will see this man shoot an arrow, a flaming arrow, into a cup the size of, I don't know, maybe like 2 watermelons put side to side. I mean, it's a pretty small cup.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick shot.
That's fucking awesome.
Pretty freaking awesome, dude.
Damn.
But that, my friends, there were supposed to be 5. Maybe I got another one. Let's see if this slideshow actually works.
I don't want you to break it, Joshua.
Nope, it's broken.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Go.
We're done.
Back to the newsroom.
Back to the newsroom, everybody. We're breaking shit today.
There we go. Jesus.
All right, Olympic trivia. Good job, Sean. Your brain was actually working today.
I felt like I did a pretty decent job, considering I don't know a lot about the Olympics. So I'm proud of myself on this one.
Good job,
oh,
buddy. Good
man.
Job. All right, before we get into the movies, I just want to know, I want to get your take on how you feel about people who just like, maybe the 2 people you're listening to right now, and you haven't seen a movie yet, that totally just like spoil something for you, just in case.
Oh my
throwing
God.
it out there before we get into it.
I mean,
how do you feel
possible
about
spoilers about Deadpool coming up? I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but just in case.
We'll get into Deadpool in a second. Let's just get into the people who do this shit.
The people
who walk into work
okay.
because they're the people, who are up and do the midnight viewing because they want to be the first one. They're dressed up like fucking Darth Vader and Yoda and shit and all these kind of characters. They're like, they want to get in. They want to be the first one.
Yeah.
How do you feel about people that come to work and just kind of say, this is what happened and spoil that shit for you?
I hate it. Honestly, I really hate it. Like, for example, going into this Deadpool movie, I tried to stay as spoiler-free as possible, which was pretty difficult because the marketing for this was all over the place. So if somebody were to come to work and be like, oh, this thing happened, I'd be pretty pissed. But with that said, I think if you're in an open public space and people are talking freely, it's hard to avoid that, but I do dislike people who spoil shit on the internet or in real life. Like, it's like, do you have anything better to do with your time than fucking spoil shit? Like, come on. And Reddit's been getting a lot better with a lot of spoiler like hashtags and stuff. So it's making it a little easier for people to avoid spoilers, but those people who post spoilers are just fucking annoying. So don't do that. Don't post spoilers. Jesus, can't even speak.
Yeah, it is kind of a bummer. I was watching a shout out to another podcast. It's called Hot Ones. Have you seen Hot Ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hot Ones.
Yeah.
It was cool. It's cool because they had Hugh Jackman on and they had Ryan Reynolds on.
Oh yeah.
And they were both side by side doing a taste. It's got over 1 million views. So if you're into that podcast or just even into Deadpool, you want to listen to those guys try to talk as they eat some super hot.
I know we gotta get you on there, Joshua. We gotta bring these hot sauces to you and to have you try them all.
Actually, Hot Ones makes their own.
They do.
During the whole podcast, it was kind of funny. Ryan Reynolds kept holding it up like, and this is Hot Ones. This is the best one. And he kept like, you can find it at your local. So classic Ryan Reynolds. It's actually a really good podcast. It's a really good one. So
would you describe it as a podcast or a show? I describe it more as a show is what I would call it.
Yeah, I guess it's a show.
Yeah,
you're right. It's a show.
It's a good one. But it's a good show.
But
Definitely
during that, they actually talked about the host asked Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. He was like, "Hey, have you guys ever experienced? Now that you guys have done Deadpool together, he was like, have you guys ever experienced a leak in a movie that kind of costs, watches or whatever? It just cost money." And Hugh Jackman, I guess, I didn't even know this has happened, but Hugh Jackman said that during Wolverine Origins, if I'm not mistaken, he said that during the filming of Wolverine Origins, somebody had released the entire movie before it even came out. And what was released, the way he kind of said it, if I'm not mistaken, what got released was like green screen, them on wires, but there was also like footage of the actual movie, so it was basically spliced together, not like a finished product, but basically like you knew what the movie was. And I guess before the movie had even been released, there was over like 10 million views or something of the actual that movie, that cut. And I think he even said that was the only time somebody was ever prosecuted for like leaking an actual like sneak peeks or leaking a movie. Wolverine Origins or whatever. But I thought that was pretty interesting listening to those two guys talk and how leaking something cost them and how it was so discouraging to Hugh Jackman because, when you make a movie and you try really hard to kind of like, have it come out at the very, when it's supposed to, and nobody's supposed to see it, and all your hard work, basically everybody, 10 million people see before even your final product gets to come out, which sucked. And which I also thought was funny. On top of that is Ryan Reynolds. Again, you got to watch it because I'm totally just butchering this. But Ryan Reynolds, he said that he had thought before he was going to release Deadpool, he was going to give the movie another name, and not even call it Deadpool. Did you hear about this?
I did hear about this one. Yeah,
you did. Yeah. Did you? You could probably tell the story better than I can.
Well, I don't remember what he wanted to call it. He wanted to basically bait and switch everybody.
The name.
Like he wanted to call it like a different name, and then when you went into that movie, it would just be Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah,
So, yeah. But
it was supposed to be about a cop with like two brains.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be about a cop with two brains, and the movie was going to start. Everything was going to kick off, and then like 5 minutes into the movie, it was just going to be Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. I mean, go watch the episode.
Would have been cool.
Go watch it. Hot Ones. You can find it. It's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Shout out to that episode. It was cool. I actually never watched that show, but I thought I'd give it a try.
Joshua, we've been watching that show since it started back in his youth.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been watching that shit?
Yeah, we've been watching that shit for a long time. Like,
yeah. Well, they got a lot of subs and all that, so I could imagine. I mean, everybody's seen that shit except for me. I'm not a big.
You're not a big YouTube guy, Joshua, even though our platform is on YouTube. So it's weird.
I know it's kind of strange, right? A social media person who doesn't go on social media, it is really strange.
Interesting.
All right. Well, let's get into the main topic, or
Joshua,
one of the main ones.
About
let's get into Deadpool. Let's get into it. If you don't want to be spoilers, here we go.
Hey everyone, it's Mia. If you want to skip this spoiler segment of the show, fast forward to minute 45. Otherwise, enjoy.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, when this comes out, the movie will be out for about 2 weeks. So if you don't want any spoilers, please feel free to skip on to whatever time is listed on the bottom of the screen. Mia will have it on there. I can't give you an audio one because I don't know how long we're fucking going to go for it. I mean, I guess we could. We'll do like 15 minutes, Joshua. We'll talk about it for like 15 minutes. And then we'll move on from there, right? So, thank you guys again for listening. Thank you for watching. If this is where we part ways, skip to the very end and get your fortunes and get your lucky numbers at least. So do it that way. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Let's talk about Deadpool, Joshua, because it's a big comic movie. I would say this is probably the biggest comic book movie to come out within the last, I'm going to say like 3 years, my guy. Like, I think this is a pretty epic movie. So I want to hear your first takes. Just give me your first takes, Joshua. We've let the people know that there may be spoilers in this, so if anybody's still listening and they're upset that there are spoilers, I gave you ample time to go ahead and skip forward.
Right. Right. I'm not gonna lie. I was super stoked because when we went to the movie theater, there was like nobody in there. And it's kind of cool when you go into a movie theater and like the popcorn is fresh. You can really put your elbows out. You don't got to worry about the person sitting next to you that's just passing gas, for 2.5 hours or however long this movie was. Like, you don't got to worry about some weird coughing or a baby crying or whatever. I prefer to go watch movies when there's like really nobody in the theater. That's why I watch movies at home all the time, because I don't want to deal with shit.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, getting into the movie, I thought initially from the rip, right off the go, it was a super like catchy. I mean, they always do the music well. The way they introduced Deadpool looking for Wolverine, I'm not going to try to spoil too much. I was going around trying to dig the dude up, like, how am I going to find this guy? Like, is he still alive? How am I going to find him? He can't die. He's Wolverine, right? He can take bullets to every part of his body and he cannot die. But apparently he did. He did die.
Apparently he did die.
Which that was surprising to me that Wolverine can actually die.
Yeah,
So spoiler,
Yeah.
he found him dead. He was dead where he found him.
In the first 5 minutes of the film, you are introduced to Wolverine as just a skeleton of a man being held on by just a little bit left, like a little bit of flesh left, and that whole entire sequence with the in-sync music and the dancing and the grotesqueness of being murdered to death by the adamantium remains of Wolverine was amazing. I think in that first 5 minutes, you either told yourself this is going to be the greatest movie, or you just walked out of the theater at that point, because that 5-10 minute scene, I would say, encapsulates what Deadpool is and who Deadpool is. So
I know you said it correctly. It's classic Deadpool with the blood, the stabbing in the face, the ripping people apart, the shoving the sword up somebody's butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's classic Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds movie 100%. And if you haven't seen it yet, I mean, if Sean said, if you don't get it within the first 5 minutes, I mean, it nearly brought a tear to my eye. It made me want to make a movie, honestly. Like the way they put that together, I was like, holy shit. Like I want to direct. I want to be able to do exactly what they captured in the first 5-10 minutes of that movie.
Right.
It was amazing, dude. It was
magic.
amazing.
Fucking magic. I would also say, I mean, if you're already this far into it, I'm just gonna get into some heavy spoilers real quick because I want to hear Joshua's opinion on this. But about halfway through the movie, Joshua, when we have our first cameo of the film, right? I'm talking about Mr. Chris Evans popping up. How did you feel when you first saw him?
Chris Evans. So initially, you know, he's Captain America, right?
Captain America, baby.
Like Captain America with that jumping in with that superhero landing. Like you're like, this is classic Captain America. And then come to find out it's not Captain America. He's totally somebody else. So what happened in that moment, my heart was broken. I was like, how are they bringing him in not as Captain America? I'm not going to tell you who they brought him in at because I don't want to totally spoil it. Sean might. But they brought him in and he was not Captain America. He was somebody that everybody, I think, has forgotten about.
Yeah.
If you've seen, I'll give you a little hint. Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Have you no, everyone's forgot about that movie. They've never done one of those right, I think.
No, not yet. Not yet. But Pedro Pascal, baby. My boy, my daddy. Yeah, we'll see. Another one, Joshua.
Yeah.
Another one. For me, real quick on that, I was fucking... I had a shocked Deadpool face when he did his little... we thought he was going to do the Avengers Assemble catchphrase, but it was not. That was spectacular. But moving on a little bit later, Joshua, because this is the one I really want to talk about. How did you feel about the characters that came out in the bunker? So we first have Elektra, right? We first have Elektra. That shot of Elektra. Everybody knew that was coming because I think that was leaked a long time ago. And she came out, right? And then we had, in my opinion, probably the best cameo. So heavy spoiler on this one. The best cameo of the fucking film. The boy, the original OG Blade.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Wesley fucking Snipes, my guy. Dude, everybody in our theater started clapping so fucking hard when he came out on screen. And I want to say that he had probably one of the best lines in the movie when Deadpool does his little back and forth real quick. And he's like, I thought you were retired. And then Mr. Blade gives us the hard R on this one. And it was perfect and hysterical. But to follow that up, Joshua, how did you feel about the next person to walk through that door? The one and only Channing Tatum as Gambit. Now, this was leaked too, but nobody believed it. So how did you feel about his character?
I have to follow up with the Blade thing real quick.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I thought when I saw Blade was, I hope he pays his taxes when he gets this paycheck. I was like, I don't know who owns the rights to Blade or whatever the situation is, but I know the man had some financial issues. No disrespect.
Residuals, baby.
But yeah, please, you do us all a favor because we love Blade. Obviously, we love you as a character. Pay your dues, man. Right. We want to see you back on screen. Everybody loves you. Please don't mess that up. Pay the man, and then let's hope we see you again. But that was cool. The Blade thing was pretty sick. I watched all the Blades, so that was pretty sick. Channing Tatum. Wow. Did he really have to do the accent?
That is one of my favorite lines in the movie, by far my most favorite lines, when Deadpool breaks the fourth wall and is like, who was your dialect coach? It's just fucking hilarious, dude. Fucking hilarious.
Well, because isn't he from New Orleans? Like, isn't
he's
he
supposed to be from Louisiana? Yeah.
Or Louisiana. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Homie
so he's supposed to have that accent.
He had no idea what he was doing. And I think that was part of the joke, obviously, but still, it was really fucking funny.
It was hilarious. I actually like that character, believe it or not. I think it's pretty sick how he can just like energize things and just kind of do that whole thing. If they do that character right, I think it could be a pretty sick character. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. But they weren't going for that in this particular scene or genre. Like they weren't capturing that.
Yeah.
That was good though. That was funny.
We've got 5 more minutes. I want to talk about this. So I want to skip ahead a little bit to what people are going to be talking about real soon with all the Deadpools that show up to kind of fight our Deadpool Prime. Joshua, did you have a favorite Deadpool?
As soon as I saw the baby Deadpool, I was like, is Deadpool really going to kill a baby? Are they going to show that?
I kind of wish that they did, to be honest. I thought they were going to step on the line, but they did not.
Yeah, like is Deadpool really going to stab a baby in the head right now? Like, how's he going to get rid of that thing? But yeah, when they introduced all those Deadpools, that had to have been one of the most classic kind of like moments in that movie. You got to get pretty far into the movie to kind of get to this part. Yeah. But I mean, the variety of Deadpools, the overweight Deadpools, the Peter Deadpool with the massive bulge. Like, I don't know who's carrying around a bowling ball in where their junk is supposed to be. But
fucking loaded, baby.
Whoever Peter is and whatever he's carrying, holy shit, dude, that guy he's breaking records with that shit. But I thought it was actually pretty cool. I don't know if you're going to talk about the leading Deadpool that walked out with the long blonde hair. I don't know if you're going to kind of get into who that was or.
Well, yes. There were a lot of. So first off, my favorite Deadpool that came out of there was Cowboy Deadpool, just because the outfit was fucking spectacular. Like that, I thought that was fucking clean as shit. And obviously Dogpool. Who doesn't want a Dogpool? Come on. I know, Come on now. But the leading lady herself comes out, Miss fucking Lady Deadpool, who is played by Blake Lively. Yep. Mm-hmm. So everybody thought it was going to be Taylor Swift, which, would have been cool, but I felt like this movie was such like a kiss from Ryan and his family and everybody who worked on the X-Men, and like this was just a kiss to an era goodnight. And I felt like because Ryan Reynolds' daughter, his littlest daughter, was actually one of the Deadpools that came out of the little with all the 100 Deadpools too. So she was a part of that too, and I believe I think both of his kids were in the movie as well. So it was kind of like a family affair. So it was kind of cool to see that. And she doesn't take off her mask or anything, but she does speak. She has some speaking lines. And as soon as she speaks, I will say when she started talking, there was something in my ear that was like, this kind of does sound like Taylor Swift. But then if you wait in the credits, you can see that it's Blake Lively, which is pretty cool. So it was fun. It was real fun.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Now, one last thing, Joshua, before we stop this Deadpool talk real quick. The ending of this movie, Joshua. How did you feel about the ending being the ending as it was, where neither one of them die? Wolverine, Deadpool, none of them die. And now we have Wolverine and Deadpool in the same place again. Like, how do you feel about this? Are you for that, or did you kind of wish that Wolverine sacrificed himself for the greater good?
No, I like that Wolverine is still alive. I've been a Wolverine. I think I got a Wolverine back there. I'm one of the tall. Yeah, he's right there. He's Wolverine. I'm a big Wolverine fan. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the way they ended it. Deadpool being alive. Yeah. Wolverine living through that situation. I'm kind of curious where they can actually take it though, because it took him over 6 years to get to this point. I mean, when Wolverine came out, he just looked ripped. Yeah. I mean, Hugh Jackman, whoever his diet is, whatever he's doing,
he made me hard, and that's not easy to do.
I mean, I got a text from Sean that said I was hard through the whole
entire time. Like, the entire time, I was suffering through a headache.
Exactly what that meant. I was trying to visualize being in the theater, like what actually gets him hard.
It's Hugh Jackman. I don't know. Hugh Jackman without his shirt, covered in oil.
Yeah, like dude was ripped. Dude was ripped. But yeah, I like the fact that they both survived, man. It nearly brought me to tears, to be honest with you. It was a great way to go.
And the music choice for fucking Madonna, just fucking cherry on top. It made me very happy. And to quote Deadpool, till you're 90, Mr. Hugh Jackman. Till you're 90.
I'm buying the soundtrack. I am going to buy the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna get that shit on vinyl. All right, let's move on. Joshua, let's skip superhero fatigue. We'll get to that next week. Let's jump onto some fun finds. We are down to the last 15 minutes of the show. Hey, you made it. You made it to the 15 minutes. If you joined us for the spoiler cast that we just had, awesome. If not, thank you. We're right here. No more spoilers. We're moving on. We're doing some fun finds. Way to go, Sean. Way to speak. What do you got for us? Do you have anything for us, Joshua? Did you go out into the wilderness and search and hunt? Last week I got a chase. Are you doing anything?
So I would have brought the dead bird in. I mean, that was kind of a fun find, but I didn't want to bring a deceased animal into the studio here. So what I did get, because I couldn't resist when I heard the person say, "There's only 2 left." I was like, only 2 left. Mm-hmm. I got to have one of 2.
Yeah.
Here's what I got. This wasn't really a find. This is more of like a had to get, had to do. This is what I got.
He's bending over to pick something up.
It's kind of big.
Okay. I'm kind of nervous because if it is what I think it is, I'm going to punch you in the face when you get up here because I wanted it.
The slow rise.
The slow rise. Yeah. All right. Okay. Very cool. So Joshua is holding up a.
I don't really know how to show this off. But
yeah, you can just show it. I'll explain it, but you can go ahead and just there you go. Tilt that bad boy. Joshua is showing off a popcorn bucket with Deadpool in the front of it and Wolverine in the back, stabbing it. Joshua, this is one of the ones that I wanted. I also wanted the other grotesque one, which was the Wolverine. With his mouth agape. But this is beautiful. This is awesome. Have you eaten popcorn from it, Joshua?
It's currently empty. So yeah, this is we finished all the popcorn within the first 5 minutes. It was a wrap. But I haven't decided yet because on the bottom, there's actually screws where you remove the actual action figures.
Oh shit!
Both of them. So the action figures come off.
No, that's pretty cool.
I just don't know if I'm going to remove the action figures or I just keep it as a complete piece. Me and my girlfriend talked about possibly like filling, because we do like Legos, and filling this thing with like as a centerpiece on our. We're dorks. We're nerds.
There you go.
We're nerds.
Filling with Lego flowers,
with like Lego flowers or some cool shit like that, or adding it to the background back here. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but I think I might keep it complete, just as kind of that.
Yeah, it kind of looks nicer complete like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy you got it though. I'm happy you got it for sure because it looks fucking awesome.
That is my fun find. It found me. There was only 2 left.
It was meant to be, buddy. It was meant to be. So it found you. Wonderful.
What do you got? Did you come up with anything? I mean, you also went to the theater, Sean.
I went to the theater. Unfortunately, they did not have any of the popcorn buckets, which I was very upset about, but I didn't let it get me down. So I do not have a popcorn bucket to show off. Unfortunate. Yep. But I do have my last unboxing of the Funko soda can. We saved the best for last, everybody. We have Snoopy. Last week, I did get a fucking chase of the Woodstock character. So this week, final week, is Snoopy. And so here we go. Let's go for it. We don't look at the Pogs in this show because that is cheating. So, Joshua, final week of the Snoopies, and I will tell you right now, he is not a chase. Damn. Unfortunate. We did get one chase though. There's the Snoopy. There he is.
Still cool. Yeah, I mean, he's still
pretty.
Cool.
He's pretty fucking cool, man.
Who doesn't love Snoopy?
I fucking love Snoopy, dude. I fucking love him so much. They just put out some Funkos with Snoopy and the little birds for Halloween, so I'm probably gonna get some of those. But that's a future episode. So there you go. I've unboxed all of the Peanuts characters. One chase, so 1 out of 6. Not bad. You know?
Yeah. As expected, but it would have been cool to get the Snoopy. But again, we love Snoopy. Snoopy's coming with us.
Yeah. Very, very fucking cool. Joshua, I see that you have the logo, the shirt design that we were showing off last week on the back of your screen right there. Look at how pretty that bad boy is. Very amazing. Yeah. Did you want to show off the other logo, Joshua? I know we teased it last week. Do you want to show it off this week?
I do not. We are going to save that for next week's episode.
Okay. All right. You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. He does not want to show you the upcoming merch. So I guess you're going to have to just settle for the, sorry for the delay, Seductive Mermaid. I think that's what we're going to call it in the store. Seductive Mermaid.
She's beautiful. I mean, the face on her, I mean, it's going to make anyone's girlfriends jealous. You know, just like, she is pretty. I love her.
Nice.
I literally love her.
Yeah. All right, that's enough. I can feel you from here.
Okay, I'll stop. All
right, let's move on then. Let's give the people a fortune, Joshua. Let's give them some lucky numbers. Let's get them on this week. We have an exciting week while you pull that up. Joshua is coming up this week for a little mini vacation. So we're pretty excited for that. We probably won't do any filming of anything because, we want to have a vacation. There might be some little social media clips, but nothing crazy. And then next week we film again and we'll have fun with that. I think we also are starting supplementals next week. I think so.
Yeah. Surprises all around.
Yeah. Surprises all around.
We're leading up to episode 50. I mean, we're drip feeding this process.
Oh yeah.
Up until 50. Cause we got, when 50 comes around, that's a big number.
Yes, sir.
50 is a big number. But I'm going to do it a little bit different because I'm sick and tired of doing digital fortunes.
Okay.
I think it's about time we look at things a little bit different when it comes to fortunes or how you want to receive, some of the stuff that we give you at the very end of this episode. So what I went out and did, I got all of us something special.
Oh my God. I'm scared. I'm so scared right now.
Big Daddy Amazon has so many things, right? I mean, the rainbow flourishes with colors, on Big Daddy Amazon. So what I did is I'm sick and tired of these digital fortunes. I went out and purchased these two little guys. Now.
Oh, okay. Dirty Dozen funny fortune cookies. There are two different. So Dirty Dozen is one bag. The other bag Joshua was holding up is called Boozy Dozen, and they are funny fortune cookies. Okay, I'm all for this. Let's get it.
Okay. So I'm just gonna read you what it says on the first part of it real quick on the Boozy Dozen, right on the packaging. So the fortune that we could possibly get is you will be surrounded by old friends at your upcoming intervention. That's what's coming up. That is what's coming up if we get into this boozy.
Okay. All right. I like that. Okay. I like that.
So there's 12 of those in there. All right. The other one I got for you, this is the Dirty Dozen. Mm-hmm. This is how this one reads. An admirer will soon reveal himself, which is technically a misdemeanor. So this is what's coming. This is coming. We have 24 of these, 12 and 12. I want to know which direction. And if somebody wants to comment maybe on the next episode, which cookie they want me to pull out of one of these bags. But for this episode, I want Sean to decide, are we getting dirty with it? Mm-hmm. Are we going to get boozy?
Hey, listen, in honor of you coming up this week, Joshua, I say we get boozy with it. Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of booze in our future. And I think that could be fun. So let's get boozy with it.
Okay, we're going to get boozy with it, everybody. I don't know if these have lucky numbers on the back of them, but we're going to find out. I don't think they do.
I got our lucky numbers.
Grabbing the cookie. Right on the top. So I didn't go in and mix them all up. I'm just grabbing the cookie that's right on the top. So
they're going to be random either way. So, right.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's get, okay. So is there
a flavor to them or are they just regular cookies?
That's interesting. These are both red. I thought they were going to be a different color. Are they flavored? I would think they are flavored.
I would like you to take a bite of one.
Sweet cookies, salty fortunes. It doesn't.
Sweet cookies, salty fortune. That's great. That's a great.
I mean, they smell really good.
Yeah,
they smell really good. So we'll see.
There you go.
I might actually eat this cookie.
There you go. It's not poison.
Like the other ones. Yeah, I'm not eating those other Special K shits that we were getting.
Oh, that's awesome. We're taking it back to the roots. For those of you who've been with us on this journey in our podcast life here, Joshua originally opened cookies by hand, like an animal. And now he's back to opening cookies by hand, like an animal, and probably making a giant mess.
No more digital cookies. I'm done with that shit. Let's have some fun with this shit. All right. So for your first boozy fortune, or boozy, whatever you want to call these damn things, here we go. You will be surrounded by old friends at your upcoming intervention. What?
Out of all the cookies that you could have pulled, you pulled the cookie from the front of the page.
What? We pulled the one. It's the same one from the front.
How? I know the odds are probably not as large as I'm
1
thinking.
in 12?
1 in 12.
1 in 12?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. 1 in 12? What are the odds?
That's
1 in 12.
That's fucking insane.
Holy shit. I feel so disappointed.
Fuck.
Like I want to pull another one, dude. But should we just leave it at that?
We should just leave it at that. That's good.
Right.
That's great for the first one. Hey, if you want us to pull another cookie from a different bag, let us know in the comments. Or let us know on the socials. Whatever you want, dude. Whatever you want. I'm assuming there were no lucky numbers in that?
No, there's no lucky numbers. All you're going to get is the Instagram, the Facebook, and the missfortune.com.
All right, there you go.
So no numbers.
So then let me give you guys your lucky numbers for the week, baby. All right, your 7 lucky numbers for the week, feel free to use them however you want, are 5, 13, 29, 38, 41, 43, 48. Those lucky numbers one more time are 5, 13, 29, 38, 41, 43, and 48. There you go, Joshua. Lucky numbers galore. Now let's fucking land this plane, my guy. Do you have anything left to say on this episode?
Not a whole lot. As I always like to say, is everybody just be safe. Love your friends, love your family. Try a pickleback. Watch out for little birds. If your dogs like birds, watch out. They may kill some shit. But no, thank you for everybody listening. Thank you for everybody who joined us today. I appreciate you all, and we'll see you next time.
There you go. All right, everybody. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. As Joshua said, love thy neighbor. Do not covet thy neighbor's wife, though. That could be illegal.
Yes.
Anyways, we will see you next week. Thank you for joining our spoiler cast of Deadpool. And if you skip that, feel free to re-listen to it after you watch the movie. Get some hot takes from us in there. Follow us on the social medias. youtube.com/@sorryforthedelay. We started posting on TikTok, Joshua, and it's doing surprisingly well, which is mind-blowing to me. So follow us on there. Everything comes out as soon as I say good night, and you'll see all the links and stuff right there. So feel free, do all that fun stuff, and we will see you next week. And with that, deuces.